and Lala. Super excited to be in studio with the lovely, beautiful, super talented Selena Gomez.
Oh, thanks, fam. What a nice welcome.
How you been?
I've been good. Yeah, this has been fun coming back and doing everything. I will say, I wasn't prepared. But I've been going strong with just no sleep and traveling and jet lag. It's been.
Well, I was gonna say it's been about 4 or 5 years since you get back into the swing of things.
Yeah.
Did you expect like, oh my God, this is what it was? I remember. Why did I do it? Or
No. It actually has made me appreciate what I do more because I took so much time. So I'm actually very grateful, and it's been nice to feel open and to feel, willing to share things, and I feel release. I feel free from a lot of bondage.
Well, your fans as well as us, we're so happy that you dropped music. Lose You to Love Me. Everyone's been talking about it. How was it right before you dropped the song? How were the nerves? Were you nervous? Were you excited, happy? Like what were you going through?
Oh.
Probably a roller coaster of emotions.
It really was. Yeah. It's scary to release something that is extremely close to you and very, very vulnerable. So I was nervous. There was a few times where I wasn't sure, and the timing kind of got messed up as well because we were going to release it, and then a bunch of stuff happened, and I was like, well, kind of have to step back a bit again and then wait, and then the moment came where we were ready, and once it happened, it happened.
And the timing was perfect, and it's such a relatable song because everyone goes through the ups and the downs when it comes to relationships and feelings and stuff like that. So it's like well put together, very simple, and even shooting the video was was shot. Whose idea was it to shoot everything on an iPhone?
It was a collaboration. Apple presented the opportunity, and it's something they'd never done before. So I was like, "This isn't gonna work." I was
right. What was your initial thought? Like,
it was so weird. Not that I mean. I've been an iPhone stan for years, but it was wild to see what technology has become.
Yeah.
Because you see all this huge equipment and then this tiny little camera with the iPhone shooting the whole video. It's
How many
weird.
iPhones was used for the first video?
For the first video, just one.
Okay.
And for the second video, we used about 20 something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was
Did you
cool.
get to keep all 20 iPhones?
No.
What is she going to do with 20 iPhones?
But
Give them to
hey,
family members.
Honestly, though, I tried, just so everyone knows I did try. But they were so kind. Yeah, and they did give my grandparents a phone. So
Oh, nice.
because they were on set with me.
Now, we know that you dropped the first. I did not expect to hear the second song. Like,
that was a
a
big
shock
surprise.
for us, where I'm like, whoa.
That was the goal.
That was like an
Selena
early
did-
Christmas present right
Yeah,
there.
it was. It really was. And so, which video was more fun to shoot? Look at her now?
They're
or?
totally different, man. You can't put me in that. But I mean, yes, naturally, look at her now because I got to feel like
And you're
a
dancing
little
and there's
pop
more
star.
movement.
Yeah, it just felt fun.
Now, you still don't have a title for an album.
Right.
You don't know when you're going to drop it.
It will be early next year.
Early next year.
I'm not gonna let people wait.
And
Good.
yes, please don't.
Please,
do
yes.
that.
No,
We've
I'm
waited
not.
long enough.
It's not even gonna be healthy for me anymore. I need. Yes, we're already working on figuring out the next.
Do you know
so.
like how many songs, give or take?
I'm gonna say, to be safe, 12.
12? Okay.
Any
Good.
special collabs, or you're not going to?
No, not yet, and that's genuine. So
Okay.
I don't know if that will happen. I focused on creating the body of art with the people I trust and I love, and then we'll see what happens.
Do you plan on dropping any surprise songs for the moment like you did with Look at Her Now?
Not
like
at
maybe
the
by the end of the
moment.
week, boom, we have another one. Or no?
Not at the moment,
Okay.
but I wish, because once this happened, I was like, okay, I want to do more, and everyone's like, calm down, let's just wait. You have the whole record, so but we're working on the next one. Yeah.
Yes, and you've been very busy, not musically, but now you are. But you are a singer, a songwriter, an executive producer, a sister, a daughter, a
Humanitarian, yeah.
humanitarian, a fashion icon. Out of all those titles, which is the one that you enjoy the most?
Being a big sister.
A big sister.
It changed my life. I was an only child. My parents had me when they were 16, so actually experiencing sisters growing up in that young age, you're not. Well, we did get into a fight once, but you're not fighting, and you're not fighting over boys or anything. And it's such a special connection because I almost feel like a I feel like I'm an older role model for her, and she's just the coolest ever. So that's for sure one of the biggest rewards in life.
Oh,
Yeah, and I want to thank you for doing the Netflix.
Living undocumented.
Yes.
Actually, I started seeing it. I'm not gonna blow it. Like for anyone that hasn't seen it, I don't want to blow it up for anyone.
But for any of those who haven't seen it, how would you describe the series?
So, Living Undocumented is a docuseries following, I want to say, 8 family members, and it's their journey through experiencing what's happening with our immigration policy.
Yeah.
And so it's all different types of families from all over the world, Canada, Israel, Mexico, and it's actually showing the humanity behind what's on the news. Because I don't even appreciate the terms that they use. It's like they're not even people. It's aliens, or it's something like I just
criminals.
I just don't I don't understand. And it was a mess for me to do that, because I couldn't even get through most of it. But I was very proud. It was a moment that I knew
and
I was doing something
we're so happy
special.
that you're fully backing this up. You're behind it. And I love the part that people think, well, why don't they do things the right way?
Right.
But they
It
don't
really
realize that they
explains,
do. They explain that these people do try and do things the wrong way, but
Exactly.
sometimes they have no choice.
Right. My grandmother came over in 1972, and it took her 16 years to get citizenship.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she was trying to do, well, along with my grandpa, but she was trying to do everything right, and eventually that happened. But imagine if that was recent. I don't know if I would have existed.
Yeah, that's tough. But so thank you for that. We
course.
really appreciate that. Definitely need to check that out on Netflix, Living Undocumented. Now, you talk about your grandparents a lot.
Yeah.
We're super close to our Mima. We call her Mima.
I
You call
love
your
that.
grandfather Papa.
Nana. I call her
Nana?
Nana, but then my dad's side I call her Grandma.
Okay. Now, when they first heard your song, Lose You to Love Me, what was the reaction?
So I played it for my Nana and Papa, and it's so sweet because the older my Papa's gotten, the more sensitive he's gotten. So he's just, I could cry thinking about him. But he just like cried and held me, and he's just like, I'm so sorry that you had to go through that, because, you know, there were people in my life that saw everything and they wanted better for me. But obviously life takes you into different directions, and it was such a sweet moment.
Yeah. You know what? It's not easy. I think as women, sometimes we put ourselves in a position where we don't want to say anything when we're going through stuff, because what are people going to say, or what are people going to think? But you've had the balls,
Yeah.
you know, to actually put it out there and be fine with it. Like, yeah, I did. I went through this, and you know what? I'm not the only one that's going through that.
Right.
You know, we've all gone through it one way or another. But you've been so open about it, and thank you for that, because a lot of us sometimes need that one person to be like, dude, it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, people are already going to start dictating my life by attempting to write stories. So for me, it's only right for me to speak on what I speak. I didn't say anything for 2 years. I sat back, I watched, I cried. It was awful. But having a moment to myself and also letting people have their moment and enjoy life and love it is also really important. But then this was my turn, and I deserved a right to share what I felt.
So my next question is, when was it that you looked yourself in the mirror and said, Selena, that's it. It's time to just keep it moving. Let's do this. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say.
Ya no ma.
I would say so. Last year, I had stepped away, and I had to take some time to clear my thoughts. And then in the beginning of the year, I think that's when it snapped. It was like, all right, everything's done. Everything happened. And now I actually accepted, okay, perfect. And I feel so grateful for that moment, because it's the best feeling, you know? And I don't need a reaction. In fact, I don't want it. I just want my truth to sit as it is. And I want this to be my moment. And I feel I deserve it.
And I love it because for anyone that's going through a tough time or thinking, oh my God, am I ever going to get through this? Or,
Hell yeah,
or anything,
you
you're the perfect example. You get through it. There is light at the end of the tunnel. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and like, that's it. Like, yeah, there's more to life.
Seriously. And look, I'm not saying I've got it all figured out. I'm sure I'll be writing another thing about something in my life. But it just for now, yes, it feels so damn good to be done.
And you look freaking fabulous.
Thank you.
Holidays are coming around. I just wanted to ask, what's your favorite holiday song?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say food. I was like, I could talk about this forever. Song.
I hate the holidays, by the way. I'm the biggest Grinch.
I love. Oh, you don't.
She hates it, Selena.
Despise it,
Maybe you could
Selena.
help her bring the jolly into her soul.
I'm the Grinch.
Interesting.
Yes.
Whoa. Okay.
And I'm the opposite. I'm like the elf.
I love that. Oh man, I don't know what we were saying. Probably "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas" by Frank Sinatra.
Okay.
For some reason, I play it even recently, and I'm like, I can't wait for the holidays. It's so sweet. It's romantic but sweet. So I'd say that. But why do you not like it?
You know, because I don't know.
Trigger.
Yeah.
There's like certain triggers, but at the same time, it's just like, come on. There's certain people that you don't talk to ever the entire year, and this one day, and then the malls get so packed, parking's horrible, you waste so much money. It's just, to me, it's like,
See, negative Nancy
Yeah,
over here.
That's wild.
But maybe this year will be different.
I understand, but come on.
Maybe this year it'll be a little bit different.
Yeah, just make things.
Yeah,
you know?
see, listen to
I
Selena.
went to
Lulu.
go do like pottery, and I was like, well, while I'm here, I might as well do everyone's Christmas gifts. It
Oh,
was
maybe
easy.
that's a good idea. Do you cook, by the way? Or do you cook?
Not all the time, but
Okay.
I grew up with food. From my dad's side to my mom's side, I mean, that was the only way we communicated.
Right. So there's no specific Selena Gomez. This is the dish that she always does.
Well, I for a while and for a minute, I would make lettuce wraps, and that was my favorite go-to. I was obsessed. I had this whole stage where it was all Asian inspired, and I felt like I was a chef. When in reality, it was just a bunch of sauces and vegetables. But it made me feel good, and my Nana liked it, which means it was approved.
Yeah, her grandma's cook best.
Well, I
Thank
burn
you so
hot
much,
dogs.
Selena, for
course,
coming.
my
If
pleasure.
you haven't heard her songs, you're living under a rock. Lose You to Love Me, and also look at her now.
Check
Thank
out
you
the
so
video.
much
It's
for coming
amazing.
here.
Selena, you look amazing.
Thank you.
This is your home. Stop on by whenever you'd like. And just, we wish you nothing but the best.
I appreciate that. Thank you, guys.
Beat of New York.
1035 KTU.